Welcome back to The Good Talk, the show where we discuss what's hot, what's grot, and everything in between in the wide world of Warhammer. As you can see today, I'm dressed for the holidays because today's episode is all about the upcoming releases through the rest of fall and the start of winter. We've got some exciting Battleforce boxes and a number of releases coming out very, very soon. So going to be diving into that. I'm joined, as always, by my amazing co-host, Mr. Zach Pfeiffer. How's it going, Zach?
It's going great. I'm excited to talk battle boxes. You know, it dawned on me that these come out every year, and these are like the most sale thing Games Workshop does.
Right.
They don't really do sales.
Well,
if you guys haven't noticed, they don't really do sales.
Games Workshop, famous for saving you clicks, but not dollars.
Oh, the bundles, the bundles, yeah. So I'm excited. I honestly, I always forget these exist.
Yeah.
Until I see them.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yes.
Exactly. And there's also, you know, the ones that infamously get left years later on because they're not popular.
Right.
We have several people in the studio that work with Game Castle.
Right.
And so there's a few, but there's also some steals that aren't popular, but you can find them on like discount a year or 2 years later on.
Right. Yeah. So. It's crazy. We were talking to Lindsay about this, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
We were saying how the Soulblight one like disappeared.
Yeah.
But there's still an Ogre one.
Ogre one is there.
Yeah.
I like the Slanesh one.
Yeah.
But that's one that wasn't very popular. It seems like you can find it around.
You can find. I do see the Slanesh one.
know,
Yeah. I think there's still some at GK. Yeah.
So we're going to be discussing that. Of course, we're also going to be discussing the question of this new Daemon Prince model, divisive in the studio at least, if not the larger internet. So we need you guys to solve this question once and for all. New Daemon Prince, hot or grot? With that, let's go ahead and get into it.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm also remembering, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that button down below. It costs you nothing, and it helps us continue to grow the channel and support everything that we do here. So thank you guys. So let's get down to it. This, of course, is the main section of the show today. We're going to be discussing the new upcoming Battleforce boxes. We are going to go through all of them. We are going to kind of be relatively rapid fire because there's a lot. We're going to do 40K and Sigmar. And I'll be honest, they're loaded up in a completely random order, so we're just it's gonna surprise both of us.
I'm excited for that.
You know?
Like it might go from a 40K one to a Sigmar one?
Exactly.
I'm
actually
exciting.
hoping, yeah.
Okay, that's exciting.
And look, there's a lot of other channels that have done things talking about the value monetarily of these, which we'll discuss a little bit. But today, really, the focus is on, is this box worth getting from a gameplay perspective, from a hobbying perspective? Is it worthwhile getting multiple of? Is this a good way to start the army? And all that good stuff.
Yeah, let's kick it off, though, with a couple of thanks. We do want to thank Meg for gifting 1 Tabletop Titans membership.
Oh, thanks, Meg. I don't know if you know, but this is a great way to support the channel. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, it is, actually. And, it was funny. I was like, if somebody gives 1 membership, that's really charming in a way because just somebody gets this membership right away.
Exactly.
There's some horrible name for people who get Megan memberships. I can't remember. Yeah, let's just move on. But thank you, Meg. And thank you, Tea Time with Toby, for gifting 20 memberships.
Thank you.
Tea Time with Toby has been legendary this past couple weeks. Just been around a lot, and we've enjoyed having you around, Tea Time. Thank you.
I know. Greatly appreciated. Welcome to the teammates, which are the descendants of Tea Time with Toby.
Yeah, the nice.
The teammates. So let's get some embers in chat for both of these fine people. I know Captain Mannering's no jacket today. I felt like got to get ready for the holiday shopping spirit. So I've got my holiday chaos sweater on.
I will say as we just start this conversation about the boxes. Yesterday, while Adrian was here with John and they were getting ready for the members only game, I was at home in office work mode, and I did a lot of research. And the thing I can tell you, there's a lot of really great videos out there right now talking about the value of these. A couple full-scale wargaming. Check out Warhammer Man. He did one for each Sigmar and 40K, and check them out because they do get a little nitty gritty on where the savings are and stuff. But I can give you, first of all, let me thank both of those channels at least and say that they gave me a large piece of information I will pass on to you. You guys have already seen it on the thumbnails. Basically, most of these are around 40% of a discount,
which is great.
which is pretty big actually.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, shout out to Aspect Tactics, which is what I was using for this.
Yep, them too. Oh.
Also, a big thank you to Steven gifting memberships here.
Oh, did I miss this?
No, just happened.
Oh, Steven. Yeah, thank you, Steven, for 5 memberships. We appreciate it.
Emperor's in chat. Thank you so much, Steven. And with that, let's get on into it, to the first talk of the day.
We have a fun little system here. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see. All right, so first off, we've got this is AdMech, actually. So good one to start off with. So we have a number of metrics here. So we talked about, hobbying, building army-wise, all that good stuff. And the questions we ask are, can you make a cohesive army? Is it worthwhile buying multiple? If you're like new to the army, should you just get 2 of these and are you set up? And stuff like that. So this one, I'm gonna blow this up just a bit more. I don't know if it's small for you guys or not, but it's a little small for us.
Yeah. Is this?
It's not letting me do it. Anyways, we'll start talking about it first.
Yeah.
So this is the mana pool for AdMech. And I'm giving this, we also have a rating system. This is kind of like an extended hot or grot. This is how many brimstones it gets.
Yeah.
1 brimstone. This one is probably one of the worst ones, honestly.
A little grotty.
It's a little grotty. It's a little low on points. It's about 700-ish points. With the 40k stuff, basically the points are done with kind of the minimal viable product. We'll call out upgrades if they're worth taking.
Yeah.
And we'll kind of get into that. So this one is weird. So it comes with Call. First of all, he's not amazing in the game, but that's not a deal breaker. It is a problem for the box because if you buy 2 boxes, there's basically no value. It gives you 10 Rangers, which you'd probably run as 2 5-mans. It gives you a couple boxes of the Breachers/Destroyers, probably running Breachers. And it gives you a box of the Castellan robots. I'll be honest, this is one of the worst boxes. I think generally the boxes are quite good. This one, I would probably give it a pass because it's just a very awkward army, not much core, plays the game strangely. So unless you're really into literally what it is kind of set up as is the defense mana pool, which is about to go out of play in the game.
Right.
It's not really worth, I think, your time. I think there's better ways to spend your money. But if you are going to get this, things to expand from here. Literally anything else in the book will be a better buy. Ironically, I think the Combat Patrol box, not amazing because it's going to give you more of these breachers. But things I would look at. Getting Rangers, getting the
Dragoons.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the shooting ones especially, right?
Yeah.
And the Sicaran box, both Infiltrators and Ruststalkers. So I think those are going to be great additions to this army because you kind of do need to start beefing it up. So
it's like an interesting. It's weird. It's one of these. There's a couple boxes that came out that are like this where they are almost like you started collecting, but you're not super in depth. Right. And you want to pick up a couple of the funky things.
Exactly.
You like have the competitive build.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right. That's like that. Yeah. There's a few of them that feel like they're made that way, and whenever I see one that feels like it's made that way, I'm kind of like, that's interesting. But the units are like fine, but they're not how you would start, and then they're not like a serious. Oh, I like that view. Oh, Adrian has it on studio mode, but it's funny. The picture like blocks my head. I'll move this way.
I think we should.
Oh wait, no, I need to move the other way.
You need to move the other way.
Mirrors are hard. Okay.
Yeah.
And I will say also worth pointing out one of the things that's for better or worse, especially a bunch of the 40k boxes seem to be centered around a unique character.
Yes.
And sometimes a unique character, and some of the Sigmar ones as well. Sometimes a unique character that doesn't have an alternative build.
Yes.
Like doesn't have like 2 builds, right? Which is a problem if people are going to try to buy multiples, right?
Exactly. So for that, we're going to give it just a single brimstone.
Double call. The double call
double
list.
Call.
Double call meta.
Famous meta. This is the night one. This box I like. We're giving it 3 brimstones. And so one of the things also to check is what kind of detachment can you run this in. Obviously, this is just Lord of War. You can build this as Canis Rex. I assume it comes with all the upgrade sprues. So
they usually do. They usually do. Yeah.
Right. Which is interesting. So it comes with two boxes basically of the Armiger Warglaves. So 2 Warglaves, 2 Helverins, and I think it's great. This is a great start to Imperial Knights. I also like it because you could get another box of this to contribute to the army. I think, frankly, if you got 2 boxes of this, you were good to go on a truly competitive Knights build.
I'm kind of curious why you only giving it 3.
I think 3 was actually too harsh. The only reason I think I gave it 3 instead of 4 or even higher was you are going to be paying extra for the Canis Rex upgrade sprue, which does increase the cost a lot.
Oh, I see. I see.
But I'll be honest, I probably would give this 4 brimstone. Actually, looking at it again, overall, I think great box, and great way to start nights. And
how many points is one box? Do we know? It's very wide.
Oh, I totally didn't put the points here. So this is, they're like one. This is 3, 6. This is actually probably about 1,200 points.
Okay.
So the night list I would recommend expanding from here is 1 more big night and 3 more small nights.
So, but this is good because what that means is if you do buy 2, like when you get into an army, you buy your initial purchase.
Yeah.
You don't want to have exactly 2,000. You want to have like 2,500.
Exactly.
Because everything you go above the original, you get. It's not that you get 1 more variant to the army. You get like 3, 4, 5 more variants to the army. Which means 2 boxes is amazing.
And especially if you magnetize as you should with knights.
Which
right? Lots of value there.
Awesome.
So loving this one. Moving along. It might just be 40.
Okay. It's not as random as we imagined.
I know, right? So this is the Death Guard box. Also giving this one 3, but this one truly is a 3 because, first of all, there's actually not any legal way to run this from what I can tell. Basically, you get Mortarion, which is already a problem because you don't need 2 Mortarions. It gives you a box,
double Mortarion,
box of Blight Lords, and it gives you 2 boxes of Plague Marines, which is tragic for many reasons. Of course, Plague Marines come in boxes of 7, which is tragic because when you have 2 boxes, that gives you 14 Plague Marines, which is 1 short of running a battalion. Because you can run them in squads of 5; they're not locked to 7 minimum.
Oh.
So it's just like a swing and a miss for me here, and literally there's no detachment you can run. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. There's no HQ in this.
Oh, that's so funky that they come in boxes of 7.
However, if you want to start the army, I think this plus a start collecting is good. Start collecting gives you Typhus, which we like. It gives you Poxwalkers, and it gives you more Plague Marines, which is frankly is great. So start collecting, and I would get the Plague Caster.
And I will say GW has gotten their start collecting boxes pretty good and pretty good money price.
Yeah. Good money price.
Good pricing.
Yeah.
Like if you want to, in the US anyway, you want to give Jess some dollars, and you go on Amazon, they get down to like in the mid-70s.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nice.
No, they're actually quite excellent deals. Also, yeah, Steven's pointing out that Canis Rex comes in all the Knights boxes now. That's true. So if you're buying the modern box, you're gonna basically have to pay for all of them anyways. So
Steven says you can run a Supreme Command detachment with this?
You can. I don't think you get troops. I don't think you get troop slots in there. So I don't know. Yeah, it's weird.
Mortarion is a. I guess like, we start armies here at the studio.
Yeah.
We're like, cool, let's go start an army.
Yeah.
Last year I bought 2 Osiric Bone Reaper boxes for an army.
Totally.
So we think that way. I guess like. Not everybody, of course, not everybody buys 2.
2
right?
boxes. Well, that's why this one is caveat. I think it's not an amazing box, but if you're expanding on an army, or if you're willing to get a start collecting and 1 other character, then you have a pretty decent collection overall. So, has prices been released for these? No, not yet. To my knowledge, all the videos are kind of working off of previous years.
A speculation of around $200.
Speculation, and assuming, I believe these boxes are generally the same price, so the videos look at like what's the differential in monies for each of them.
Yeah.
So thank you. Really appreciate all the discussion in chat, y'all, and really curious what you guys think.
We will get to some of the super chats around this too here.
Oh yeah, let me know if you want to pop in ever. This is a great box. This is the Thousand Suns box, famously. As all the Thousand Suns players are celebrating, no Zangors in this box, which is great.
Zangors are like popping up everywhere, right?
Yeah, they're just like in all the boxes, and people are like yeah, I want to get into all the Zangors in all the boxes, but this one's cool. So it gives you a bunch of rubrics, basically. I think 20 rubrics, so you could build 4 squads if you wanted to, which I think I would recommend. And it gives you basically the Expiring Sorcerer's box, which is 3 Expiring Sorcerers.
Such a good box.
Amazing box.
Amazing box.
You get your bits, you can build regular Sorcerers. It gives you Magnus the Red. Only thing holding this box back from being a 5 Brimstone box is Magnus. Because again, if you wanted to really work on the savings and get 2 boxes, you're not getting value. So Other than that, it's cool. I think my recommendation build-wise, we can see the points here. They're a little bit small for us, but I would build two Exalted Sorcerers, one on disc with Rahadi, and then I would build the third guy actually as a regular sorcerer, and then you can make him Sorcerer Thrall, so you can still do action and cast a Psychic Power. So I think it's a great box. Magnus is the only thing stopping it from being a 5 Brimstone and getting 2, but you know, it's not the end of the world. It's better than the Start Collecting box that comes with Zangors and Ahriman.
Yeah.
So overall, pretty exciting.
Although ironically, if you bought 2 and you could offload Magnus, and then you had that box, now you have a pretty good 2,000 point list.
Yeah, so you could supplement this with Start Collecting for sure.
Yeah.
And of course, next steps are also Scarab Cult Terminators. And I put Cultist / Zangors, not just to be memey, but you might want some little throwaway tradey kind of stuff. So
you said Cultist / Spawn.
Spawn?
That's what you said here.
Oh, Spawn, that's right. So I like Spawn in Thousand Suns. And I think it's just kind of a cool, different unit you can run.
Yeah, they do. They run up and die.
You can make them quite tanky.
Oh, that's true.
Most people don't, but I like it because you can give them the 4+.
And they're 2 damage, right?
Aren't
they 2 damage?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a fan. Moving right along. This is the Imperial Fists, which sadly 2 Brimstones on this one. This is actually the lowest points value. It gives you just over 600 points.
Wow.
Whereas most of the other ones get close to 1,000 or over 1,000. It's just not a great box. Like, I'm shocked that it's so few points given its Space Marines.
Yeah. How'd they do that?
Right? It's it's a box of heavy intercessors, it's a box of regular intercessors, a box of aggressors, and Torgaradon. So first problem, obviously, it's bespoke, which is going to kind of decrease the value in any Space Marine box, in my opinion. However, if you're into fists, it's still a good start, and you can supplement it with basically any of the Space Marine combat boxes. So you're going to get savings. It's just not particularly exciting or repeatable or really relevant unless you're an Imperial Fist.
Okay, you see that picture up there, Adrian, of this box?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, everybody.
Yeah.
Like, there was a Redemptor there, and then they took it out, right? Like, this box is missing a Redemptor.
They definitely took it
out. And
it
looks, there's like this negative space up there in the top right of this.
Yeah, they photoshopped him out.
There's like a Redemptor or like an Executioner or something, right? Like,
it's weird. Like
it's missing a vehicle. This box is solidly missing a vehicle.
It definitely is. It looks like a lot of models, but then you add up the points and you're like, this is just not a force.
This is weird.
You know?
This cannot be priced the same as the other ones.
Yeah. It's 3x. Oh, wait, is it really? No, it's not 3 times heavy intercessors. Is that true? Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get up and look at this photo.
Okay.
I want to see if this is true.
15 heavy intercessors? But still.
I mean, that's too many, but at least you're getting points value for it, right? I'm getting up. Here we go.
Or, you know what? Honestly, a Storm Talon? It would have been weird, like it's missing something.
5. Oh, I see what they're saying. Yeah. So it's not 10 intercessors.
It's 15.
It's all heavies. So
yeah,
same points value basically.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay, that's great, but still, like, it's still missing a vehicle. It's solid. Or a Thunder. Not the Thunder. I guess Thunderfire is kind of an old kit. They probably don't want to put that in.
Yeah. What about? It's 15 heavy intercessors.
What about that space? The thing nobody uses. It's super cool. It's like the thing that sits and it's like the gun.
Oh, yeah.
We don't even know what it's called.
Hammerfall bunker.
No, not the Hammerfall bunker.
Oh, the fire strike servo turret.
Yeah, like
that would be cool.
One of those. Like
lean
it's
into that further.
This cannot be priced the same as the other ones. Am I crazy?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this.
Okay,
it's
weird.
Even with the heavy intercessors, I like it a little bit more because it just like leans heavy into that. But I don't know. Yeah, fire strike servo turret. Thank you, Tea Time with Toby.
It's missing that.
Exactly. So this is Raven Strike. I give this a 1.
Oh my God, you're harsh on these.
I'm pretty harsh. I'll be honest. So this is yet another Phobos box that no one asked for, but this one's worse because you can't even run a patrol, to my knowledge. It gives you Reavers, Invictors, 2 boxes of Reavers, 10 Reavers, 2 Invictors, 3 Eliminators,
and
Kevin Strike and a Phobos Librarian, who I almost missed, but he's just hiding in the corner. But he's Phobos, so it makes sense that he's like sneaking around.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if you want to do a Phobos army, This isn't even a good start. I'll be.
That's too bad because you know I want to do a Raven Guard
I
Phobos
know.
army. I'm thinking about getting this.
This is like, I forget which box, but basically this is a good box if you're also getting other stuff. So
I will have to get other stuff
get
anyway,
this
right?
box and then get the Space Marine Combat Patrol, Zach. This is what you need.
Okay.
Because that one comes with 10 infiltrators. Suddenly you can play a legal army.
Okay.
That's like a patrol.
That's what I'm going to do.
And it gives you some other stuff on top of that.
It's going to pay me some black.
It's fine value money-wise, I'm sure. But as a starting point, it's a bit awkward.
It's not enough.
Yeah. So just saving money.
I love the Invictus Warsuit. You guys know I love that thing. So I love that it comes with 2 of them. I know most people can barely stomach one, so I love
I think
that
they're cool. I think it's a big plus for this box.
Okay, good.
It's the Reavers that kill me. Like the Reavers without infiltrators.
Zod.
Yeah. Yeah, that's correct. It's a unit of eliminators on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
So it only makes sense in the future when Reavers are troops. Oh, okay. I like this.
Now Willow brings up an interesting point, and there's a couple super chats about this too.
Sure.
We'll get to. Maybe we'll take a couple chats when we switch from 40K to AOS.
Yeah, good idea.
There's a couple people have some speculations of 10th ed here that these, and I saw this a lot also on the YouTube videos I was watching. Everyone's like, "Oh, 10th ed, it's 10th ed." It's
Yeah.
So I think that's
the only world in which they would make sense. So.
Yeah, this only makes sense in 10th ed. Yeah.
I'm kind of into it. Yeah. Yeah. No Xenos boxes. Very weird collection. I'll be honest.
It was odd. Everybody in all over the YouTubes is pointing that out too.
Yeah, it's so strange. Okay, so speaking of which,
here we go.
That's all the 40K boxes. So let's take some super chats.
Yeah. Well, look, let's talk Imperial Fist for a second.
Okay.
This is a little off topic, but we want to answer this one because I do not want to forget it. King Boomy asks, thank you, King Boomy. Just says, bit off topic, just finished watching yesterday's game. This was our members game on Tabletop on this channel last night.
Cool.
With Crate City. What are your thoughts on the Imperial Fist Fortify secondary? Make your own cover.
Yeah, so I think it's a really cool secondary, but it's not particularly strong. You have to survive on a point out in the open. Last night's game, I actually should have taken it, funny enough. We had a funny thing happen with secondaries, but it would have been okay. It would have been better than the secondary that I had. But it's really hard because you have to really get up into the middle, perform the action, survive. The thing that I love about it is that it is it's narrative because you're like literally like digging in, and B, the effect that you get, basically the objective gives you light and heavy cover in a bubble, which is amazing. So I love that. It needs something else. It needs to score more points, or you need to like be able to get more points and do it on your home objective, so that it's at least hitting that threshold of like 9, like a reliable 9 to 10 points. So I think they could tweak it just a bit and make it quite interesting. I really want it to be good. I'll say that. So thank you for the question.
Thank you, King Boomy, and thank you, Tea Time with Toby.
Hey.
Hey, Titans, thanks for all your awesome new content. The new schedule is fantastic.
Ooh.
My Crusade case and my Space Marines arrived today. LOV tomorrow. Lord, Leagues of Votan tomorrow?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, this is from Tea Time with Toby.
Tea Time, yeah.
That's exciting.
Thanks for the kind words on the new schedule. We are enjoying it so far. A lot of people are worried about us. Like, are we doing too much? I've said before, and I'll reiterate now,
Totally.
it seems less crazy.
It is, because we don't have to focus on like other like side projects. It's like we do the streams.
Yes.
And especially now that we're about a month in, we're in a rhythm. Everyone kind of knows what they're doing. We have the schedule. Yeah. So it was certainly a lot of work leading up.
Yes.
A ton of work, but now it's totally fine.
And thank you, Vincent. Vincent brings up a good point. Okay, he says, well, Vincent brings up a point, and it is an interesting point. I'm not sure I can say. Okay. I'm not sure I can say, Vincent, it's a good point, but it could be a good point.
Sure.
He says, fact that they have the main boss of factions could hint about what 10th Ed would be revolving around characters.
My God. So like a little Hero Hammer speculation here?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we've not really been in Hero Hammer for a while.
Not really, yeah. And I think that's a good thing. I hope we don't go back to it.
Yeah.
It
can be done okay. What does that mean to you, right? Like, is Sigmar Hero Hammer?
It can be.
There's a lot of hero.
I think it's a bit. Actually, I was discussing this the other day. I think it's a little too much right now. It's certainly been worse. It's been certainly more hero hammer at different points in history.
Okay.
I like heroes being important and heroes feeling heroic.
Yeah.
But I don't like when they dominate the game, right?
Yeah, like every list had
yeah.
Even you leave a competitive scene, you go play like at your local game store, and that character's still there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Silent King, Abaddon, kind of too much. What's like a? I think orcs do it pretty well, where you really the war boss is essential to your plan. You need them,
But he's not
he's not the whole game.
Okay.
That kind of vibe.
Oh, so okay. So
Right.
you're even saying like characters as in not even just like named characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want them to take more of a leadership role
Yes. Okay.
in the company.
I see. Yeah. I agree.
It's a good question. I think it's interesting. Lots of interesting speculation about the future of Warhammer.
Yeah.
Thanks, Vincent.
Thank you. Yeah.
Any other? Should we do Sigmar?
Yeah. Let's do some Sigmar.
Most excellent. So let's go ahead and pull this up. So this is Sigmar boxes. Similar metrics. We have a couple slightly different things because it is a different game, you know. And here we are. I did not export the points on this one apparently.
Oh, that's okay. I kind of know them.
All right, cool.
This one. Okay, so this is the Stormcast one, and I gave this 4 out of 5. This one is really great. Honestly, the only reason I wouldn't give it 5. I can't even think why I didn't give it 5. The dragons are a style thing, and you might not want to do dragons, or if you want to do I don't know.
That's kind of the only reason, right?
It's kind of the only reason, but honestly, it's a good one. This one comes out almost close to 1,500 points.
Yep.
I think that if you got this one, what I like to do is I gave like Adrian some next steps, and would you buy multiple?
Totally.
Absolutely could buy multiple. Your next steps would probably be some sort of, like, honestly, 2 characters. In my own document, I also was like, I made this category that was like, let's say you got a $100 gift card.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that happens. Like,
Totally.
you got a Visa card, or you got to your local game store or
Yeah, what's your
Amazon.
$100 like upgrade?
I would probably
basically?
I'd probably pick up 2 characters. I'd probably pick up the Lord Castellan with the lantern.
Yeah.
And I'd probably pick up like a Lord Celestin on Draco.
Right.
Something that can slap a little bit.
One Slappy and one Buffy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
maybe
like that.
maybe even Estrella. I like Estrella.
Oh yeah, she's super cool.
She does a little bit of both.
Totally.
Maybe Andrasta.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is a great box, man. I love it. I give it 4 out of 5 just because it has Vigilers. I think that's great.
Vigilers are Adrian
cool.
and I were into Vigilers.
Oh.
There are so many cool Stormcast like units.
Yeah.
There's too many.
Yes.
And they're not different enough.
No.
But in a way that's cool because you're like, here's the row I need.
Yeah.
And then you start looking, you're like, oh, these guys have the bow and the
Yeah.
sword. And it's like, they're not that good at either. And then over
Exactly.
here, these guys have like the sword and the shield, and they're actually not that good at hurting or surviving.
Totally.
But I need them.
Yeah.
Like, so like, it's cool. You can kind of pick what you want, and the Vigilers are super cool.
I love it. Shout out to chat who there's an outcry because that actually is not all the 40K ones. Again, this is random.
It is random. I thought we were missing.
So there's Sisters and then there's Custodies.
Okay, good.
Which are 2 of the better boxes. So
All right, good.
Don't
Okay,
worry.
good. They're
We'll
coming.
get to them. They have not been forgotten.
It's really random in a way that's like just like
It's truly random, right?
truly random.
So 4 out of 5. Love this one.
Here we go. What's coming next?
This one is
this is Sylvaneth.
This is a cool box too.
This is a good one. The thing holding this one back is that it's what's her name?
Draika.
Dracha, and she is not only an individual character, like a unique character. She's okay. She's cool. She's good, but her kit doesn't even build something else.
No, it's not a double. It's not a dual. Like some of the ones that we'll see later on, where it's like, oh, you can make the unnamed variant.
Yeah.
So you're again not getting really value by buying 2 of this box.
Yeah.
Because of her. And
Yeah.
also because of the tree lords. Honestly, like you don't need. I don't think you need 4 tree lords.
No. Now this one is also over 1,000 points. Only one of the Sigmar ones is under 1,000 points. This one's also over 1,000 points, and this one, because of the tree lords, it builds Tree Lord Ancient, it builds the name Tree Lord, and it builds Tree Lord.
Yeah.
So it builds for different slots. You can, if you're Oakenbrow, or what's it called? Yeah, you can not Oakenberg. Yeah, this is a battle line,
Open one. Yeah.
but it comes with enough battle lines anyway. This is a good one. I wouldn't buy multiples because of her.
Yeah.
And what I would also say is some next good steps. So $100 is going to get you an Arch Revenant, and then everything else in this army is $60, which means maybe $50 in Amazon.
Okay.
So you could maybe get Karnath Hunters,
Yeah.
and Karnath Hunters again.
The Lancers.
Lancers, Karnath Hunters. You can get Gossamen Archers.
I don't like those guys.
All of these are good steps, like
Absolutely.
literally anything. And I hate to say it, you also need to start buying trees.
Yes.
Awakened Wildwoods, which are also $60. And as I was doing that, I actually realized that this is kind of a pricey army.
It is a pricey army.
Yeah.
Because they're also points relatively efficiently.
Yeah.
You could take the second Dryka, build a forest out of her.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like with a bunch of beehives in it.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, so I thought this one was pretty good.
Totally.
All right, what do we have
I
next?
love it.
I'm excited to see. Is it back to... Oh,
Legion
okay.
of Grief.
Legion of Grief.
This is the first stinker for Sigmar, right?
This is the first thing for Sigmar.
2 brimstones.
And it's bad in a weird way.
Sure.
Okay, hear me out, chat. So if you don't know this book very well, Nighthaunt get 90% of their coolness just from their faction rules, and then they get 10% from their procession, which is their sub-faction.
Right, okay. Yep.
Okay, there are 4. One is called Legion of Grief, and that's Lady O's one she's in, but it doesn't really matter. You can put her in any, and she doesn't buff only Legion of Grief things or anything like that. So the other one techs into Scarlet Doom, techs into Bladegeist Revenants,
Which is 1 box in here.
which is 10. You get 10.
Yep.
Quicksilver Dead techs into Dread Scythe Herodins, which you get 10 in here. The final Legion is honestly the procession is honestly the one I think you will run this as, which is Emerald Host.
Yes.
Because you're getting, once you say I'm going to do Quicksilver Dead, you're never going to take the Chain Gas or the Bladegeist. So you're like, you almost want, here's how this box is awesome. If you and 2 other people are like, we all want to start Nighthaunt armies and different Nighthaunt armies. And it almost does, it's almost interesting then, because you're like, okay, cool, I'm going to trade you my Dread Scythe for your Bladegeist, because I want, I'm doing Scarlet Doom, or you're doing whatever. Exactly. So that's it. Otherwise, it's just funky. It's like, it's all over the place. Like, yeah, confused box. That's the perfect word, Seachers.
It just doesn't feel like the people that made this box are the same people that play the game.
Play the game. Also,
which is not normally the case. Like, we have some critiques of the other boxes, obviously, but this one especially is just like
very confused.
It doesn't match what Nighthaunt is does.
And also, again, you get Lady O. She only makes Lady O. You're not getting any benefit out of doubles. So that whole thing I said, where you buy a few and start a few different armies, then she's there. So it really does need to be like you and 2 friends that all want to play Nighthaunt, but happen to want to play different Nighthaunt processions.
Yeah, Captain Mandaring's trying to finish up the army, so this action actually happens to fill up a bunch of holes, which is cool. Yeah, similar, I think it'd be good for me other than Lady O for beefing up stuff, but if you're looking to start the army, probably not the place to start. So.
Yeah, but see, if you're saying that for yourself and you're like, yeah, because then I can take my existing army and I can paint, and I can then run them as either Scarlet Doom, Emerald Legion, or Quicksilver Dead.
Yeah.
But now you need multiple boxes, and now you have even more Lady O's. Now you have like,
I already have 2. I already have 2.
You already have 2.
I have 2.
There's just like too many. Now you have like 4 Lady O's.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's definitely a problem. This one, so this is the Skaven box. Very interesting.
This is solidly mid-tier.
Yeah.
Skaven are a funky army with the way their sub-factions work.
Yes.
Which is like, you tech into characters, and this one they did correctly. It techs into 2 clans only.
Yes.
Which is Pestilence, which is cool, and Skir, or Skryre. Skir is Icelandic yogurt. Skryre, which is the machines and stuff, right?
Exactly.
And then it gives you units that make sense. I think it's great if you want to tech into either of those 2, especially great if you want to tech into Clan Pestilence.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
It's yeah. I think if that's what you're into, then it works well, and it is a bunch of like core and battle line units. So that's nice.
Bunch.
It's a whole ton.
80 little rats in this? 40?
Yeah, it's 4 packs of 20. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're getting the Storm Fiends, which is cool. You're getting the Bell. The Bell is also a dual kit, which is cool.
And the cool thing about the Bell also is, like Bryce has done this with his, he did Grey Siren Bell, but he just like built the Grey Seer and based them, and then there's a space you can just sit him there.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can run the Grey Seer like on foot if you want to play smaller.
You're getting good value there. Yeah. As far as expansions, you know, the Vermin Lord is great because guess what? They're bespoke. There's a Vermin Lord for each type of clan, and there's also a generic one as well. But yeah, so probably a Vermin Lord of that.
I think Vermin Lord Gnawholes you're gonna need.
You definitely need Gnawholes. Yeah. And then kind of pick the clan that you're teching into. You know, if you're looking into Scryer, you will want a Warlock of some sort, and maybe more Storm Fiends. A block of 6 is very strong. Yeah. You know, so kind of pick your direction, which is not a helpful answer, but it means
it
shows that this is a good box. For starting
exactly, point. It is a helpful answer. I mean, like, and then I always forget Vermitude or whatever. What's the one that just techs into the little rats? It's weirdly not Master Clan. Yes,
or Master Clan. No, that one's
Master Clan weirdly doesn't tech into it too much.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Master Clan is just the heroes.
You could also do Verminous. So like, it does sort of give you 3 directions to go. But if you wanted to, say, do Molder or Master Clan, it doesn't really help you quite as much there.
Exactly. Yeah. Well said. This is our first 5 Brimstone army. Yeah. Oh, love this box.
Yeah. This box was very well thought out.
Yeah.
It's literally, I was able to get this box to be exactly 1,000 points.
Yep.
With how you build it, and it's a good build. The only thing it relies on is you're gonna build, I'm trying to think what I said. You're going to build 1 Mangler Squig as riders and 1 as
the hero.
Yeah. But then to be 1,000 points, you definitely want to build them that way. But then to be 1,000 points, you actually have to run them both as riders.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's a way to be at exactly 1,000.
The 1,000 points like requirement. I like 2 character ones, honestly.
Outside of that requirement,
better, right?
Yeah. And I bet there's a cool magnetization you can do there.
I'll tell you a secret. Mine are both have characters, and I just play them as whatever.
That's sort of what I'm saying.
The model is like it's like there's a helmeted guy on one, and the other one has like more buddies.
Yeah,
so like very tiny difference.
The model's really about the Mangler Squigs.
Exactly.
But I bet you, if you wanted to be more into it, you could magnetize some of the little guys hanging on or something. Totally. So this is a good one, and like it's narrative. Everything's tight. They didn't like randomly throw some Spider Fang in there.
Which has been the problem with all the previous Gloomspite boxes, is they always have something else. Like they put the trolls a lot, which is like, look, it's cool, but
they don't tech into this.
If you want to like focus on one thing, which is how the army is currently kind of written, it's not helpful. So all squigs. This is my favorite way to play the army too. So I love this box. Get 2 of them. Start the army. Get more Boing Grots.
More Boing Grots. The sneaky Snufflers and Madcap Shaman. Like this is great. And actually, instead of Madcap Shaman, I like that box we have. The one we got for a cat.
No.
Well, it's
not better.
But it gives you a bunch of shamans that you can like.
If you could proxy them as non.
I like those Warcry.
Yeah.
Oh, not Warcry. Underworlds.
Yeah.
It's kind of popular to do that in Sigmar.
This one's not. This one's actually just a unit in Sigmar. It's not a warband.
Oh,
that's why it's a little weird.
That's right.
You're truly proxying one for another.
But nobody can tell. They look like goblins on drugs.
I would be fine with it.
Yeah.
I would be fine with it.
This is a great one.
It's random.
Cruel Boys.
Oh, yeah. The last one was a great one. Yeah.
Okay. Cruel Boys. Cruel Boys. Yeah. Sorry, the last one's a great one. Cruel Boys. This box I don't love. This is first of all, it's the only Sigmar box that comes in under 1,000. I don't think I was able to get it to 1,000.
They just got points reductions. You're welcome.
They just got points reductions. Yeah. I was not able to get it to 1,000. Now, the big thing for me making this one too is that a lot of people have mentioned this. We were talking with Lindsay about this, and every time we go to Game Castle, we see Dominion boxes everywhere. There are too many Dominion boxes, it seems like, and I think you just get a Dominion box. The Dominion box doesn't come with a Vulture.
Yeah, this comes with the things that the Dominion box doesn't have that are at least fun and flavorful.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting the Sledge Raker Beast, which I think is excellent, and you're getting Gobsprak, which is less excellent, but very cool. And you can build them alternatively. This is a dual build kit at least.
Yeah.
As the boss.
2 might be harsh. I might give it 3 because you are a box of you actually are a box of Hobgrot Slittas, which you want away from doing 2 things for you. One, it then definitely makes sure you have enough battle line. Although you kind of do already.
If you're big yellers, this can be battle line, which is usually the way to go.
Which is what you're probably going to do anyway. But and then it puts it at like 980.
Yeah.
And Hobgrot Slittas are good anyway because they're screening cheap little dudes.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not awful. Maybe I'd give it 3. It just seems thin.
It does seem thin. It's just they're expensive kits, I think, is what it is, honestly.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. I'm not crazy about it.
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck?
That's really cool.
Petro.
Could that be?
Oh.
What is happening?
Ah. I like this.
I like
I'm
this.
just gonna keep going.
You know, we deserve this because as we were setting up for this episode, Adrian was like, it feels like a 5th episode kind of a day.
Yeah.
And we were like, we're like getting into the groove. We feel more comfortable with these new shows. Maybe a little too comfortable. Okay, so Daughters was behind, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Daughters. Okay.
Okay. We'll assume that was just, we're not missing any. Okay. The Daughters box, I had this at 5 and we dropped it. Why did we drop it?
Because because you, just like the last box, you have to be a specific sub-faction to have a
battle line.
legal force for...
That's right.
Oh, you know what, though? If it's only 1,000 points, you actually only need 2 battle line.
But you still don't have 2.
There's not even 2 in this box?
No.
Okay. So
that's right. So, this box is mostly good. Let's get the negative out of the way right away. It's what Adrian just said, which is that it only comes with 1 box of Sisters of Slaughter / Witches, 1 box of 10.
Yeah.
So in order to be battle line compliant, you need to run as, I always forget the name of it, Czar something. It's the Snake Lady subfaction.
Yeah.
And so that will turn your 5 Snake Ladies that it comes with into battle line. Then you're safe. There's no way to turn Doomfire Warlocks or Canary into battle line. So you can do it if you run that 1 subfaction. That 1 subfaction, really good, really good. So there's that. Like it's still something that's very cool. The thing I love most about the Daughters box is that everything in there except for the Doomfire Warlocks can be built in 2 ways.
Yep.
Everything there in the Doomfire War box except for the Doomfire Warlocks is something you would take in a competitive list.
Yep.
And frankly, the Doomfire Warlocks, super cool at 1,000 points. Yep. They're this weird unit that I wish every army in both 40k and Sigmar had more of, where they're like, oh yeah, if we do play a smaller point game, that's the unit. Because suddenly now, instead of having more specialists, I have a really decent generalist.
Yeah.
I have a unit that's like, B tier at 3 things. And that's what they're good at. So like I actually really like Doomfire Warlocks for this box. The final thing that pushes this thing into solidly being 4 for me is the cart. The cart is, people may not realize this, it's at least 3 units, depending on how you build it, and it can be 4. So you get a lot of value out of this. This one is solidly over 1,000. Buy multiple, yes. You buy 2 of this, and your next step for sure is more Witch Elves. We have Marathi listed here. If you buy this and Marathi, you're almost now at 2,000 points.
Amazing.
Finally, though, absolutely need to get a High Gladiatrix. Don't leave home without one.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. We do have some gift memberships, and we got to keep it moving actually because we're.
Oh no. Okay. We have gift memberships from. Let's swing all the way back. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll look.
Let's put the pressure on the Zoom here.
Yeah. First, let's take a super chat. Oh no, wait. We'll come back to the super chat. Oh my god, there's so much going on. Oh my god, there's so much going on. It's crazy. Where did this gift membership go? Actually, don't. Here I know where I can search. Oh,
there you go.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
No, we got that.
Did
that
you
one.
gift again? That's just.
No, it just hangs out there.
Okay, cool. Okay. That's my bad.
No, that's fine. Okay, do we want to get through these, or do you want to?
Yes, let's go another one. As you guys saw, this next one is the Sisters, and maybe a little bit of personal bias. I only give this one 3 brimstones because it's a weird combination. It does get to about 1,000 points, which is good. You're getting more Vol, you're getting a box of Sisters, you're getting 2 boxes of the Paragon War Suits, and you're getting a box of Sacrosanths. If you really like the war suits, then it's good. But for me, it's a little bit awkward. I only generally like one, so it's fine. It's pretty neutral. You know, it's not personally my favorite choice, but yeah, it's kind of neutral.
Also, double Morgenthau again, right?
Double Morgenthau is another problem for buying 2 boxes. Expanding from there, well, you have the big hammers. Now you need all the kind of the units that play around it. So I would get a couple boxes of Zephyrim, box of Seraphim, and a couple boxes of Repentia. I know I'm saying a lot, but this is an expensive army, so it's hard because like this is 1,000 points, but it's also 1,000 points of like relatively points expensive units. So it's leaving a large bulk of the army to still be bought. So another reason that it's okay. It's just kind of an okay box. Again, I'm sure it's a good savings. So if you want these units specifically, then it's awesome. If you want to push that 9 Nundum build, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no squigs. That's
no squigs.
Lose a brimstone there. So yeah, that's Sisters. I don't feel crazy about it. The Custodes box is amazing.
People are loving this one.
This image is so crazy jam-packed with the number of bottles that comes in it.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It builds a ton of points. You're getting a bunch of Custodian Guard. You're getting Trajan. You're getting the Alaris, which is like, you know, the worst part about the box, competitively speaking, at least. And you're getting a box of Bikers. So I think, you know, again, not a Custodes player, but what I would look at is being able to build a Vixilla, maybe 2, just save options if you want to have a Terminator one and a regular one. I would, frankly, not build the Alaris at all. I would build a Terminator Captain, which also comes from that box. And then you'll have 9 Guard, which you can build with a couple shields in each squad. And, you know, Trajan and the bikes probably with Hurricane Bolters. No, we're probably still with the Melta missiles. And it's just great value. I think other than Trajan, you could buy this box again. But my recommendation instead would be to look at like the Combat Patrol, look at getting the Blade Champion. And frankly, I almost didn't want to include this because I don't generally like to talk about like Forge World stuff when we're looking at like holiday shopping because I know it's expensive. But truthfully, the Dreadnoughts from Forge World would be a good addition. Telamon, Gladys. So main thing is you're missing Sisters, Silence, some characters, and you can kind of tech in where you want. But overall, amazing box. Literally Trajan, only thing holding it back from being a 5 Brimstone box.
And Trajan, as you said, is good.
He's great. Cool. And you can convert him into a cool captain.
Yeah.
So it's not really wasted.
Thanks again, Tea Time, for 5 Get the memberships. We appreciate that. There's a lot of gifts going out here.
So generous. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Blade Wizard. I know. I had to look up the actual name because I forgot it wasn't Blade Wizard. I was like, what is it? Blade Champion. That's the name. And now we've done it.
Okay. So it wasn't actually random. It's just that you had it right. It's just the order where it started was weird. Yeah.
Yes. It's so weird.
That happens with like fan stuff on Hobby Titans too. Yeah.
Exactly. So that is that. Do we have any more super chats?
We do have a couple super chats to get through here. Thank you, Hytorian. So Votan Pioneers are good units, but do the Votan have enough stuff to even try building a list for behind enemy lines, engage or retrieve Nephilim data? Should I just stick with banners and psychic?
Good question. With the points increases, you can't just have all the units, which is good. Because previously, I would say just have a bunch of Pioneers and you can have your cake and eat it too. I think engage is okay. I think you can get a relatively consistent baby engage if you're pushing up on a flank between Pioneers, but also Berserkers and Sagitar. I think you can pretty reliably get 1 unit in there. Behind enemy lines, it makes me nervous. I think things that are going to be behind their lines are relatively expendable. Like, you know, you can teleport each champ as a missile. You can run Pioneers in there, but they're all, or you can have Berserkers in there, but they're all units that are kind of going to get their value by getting in there, doing a thing, and then dying. And so I don't know that you're going to be able to do that consistent enough to get behind enemy lines. I think Banners is still solid. Psychic makes me nervous because you're only likely to have 1 Psyker, so I'd probably avoid that if you can. And the good Votan secondaries are still worth taking, like the Ancestors are watching. Pretty fantastic. So, good question.
Thank you to Chris DV. Nurgle Sylvaneth equals The Last of Us.
Yes, that sounds amazing. Actually, that would be super
Sylvaneth,
cool.
Yeah,
like all zombie, like tree men stuff.
Like swamp Sylvaneth.
Swamp.
Yeah,
so cool.
That is kind of cool. Thank you, Chris TV, and thank you, Tea Time with Toby again. So what is your favorite unusual color for squigs? I'm getting that box despite not playing AOS anytime soon, but I just love the aesthetic of squigs.
Yes. I would say bumblebee squigs.
Yeah.
Not really a color, but
Bumble, like stripes.
Stripes, tiger stripes. Bright yellow squig would be cool.
I think like if you looked at, like I always forget what it is, but there's like that cartoon from the 70s where there's all the different fruits and like 80s.
Veggie Tales?
No, it's a cartoon and not a yeah. I always forget what it is, but you see this like weird 70s art of like a lemon and like a grape and like grapes. Like I kind of always want to see that, like different berries.
Yeah.
Or
yes.
like Tricks before they went to their shapes were just different colors.
Oh, I love that.
Like a Tricks squig army. I almost want to see like a rainbow squig army.
I love the idea of all the squigs are different colors.
But like bright, saturated yellow, green, like flavors like lime, lemon, cherry, orange, and that's it. Like don't have blue. Like go back to like 80s style where they never had like a blue candy. Exactly. They just had like red, green, yellow, orange.
I like this. Stripes and yellow. Adrian, are you trying to kill me? Yes, I would also recommend, also not a color, and more stripes. Do Tim Burton style squigs. With like weird like black and white like stripes and like polka dots.
Oh yeah, like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas style.
That could also be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bag of Skittles. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. And thank you, John Smith. Hey boys, do you think the Raven Guard box has any value to a Black Templar army?
Ooh.
If you have if you've already gone like the Black Templar box and
yeah, so you have your core.
Yeah.
It's like an okay Phobos extension, you know?
You don't have Invictors.
I feel like it's just okay.
If you have like 3,000, if you just love Black Templar
Yeah.
and you just want to add more, like I'm like that with Tau, right? I would just, cool, why not?
Yeah.
Like I just want to have the option. Then
and I think that goes with any of these, right?
Yeah,
They're going to be good value. So if you like the models in there and you already have the army, still interesting. I would just also consider looking at look at the other existing Phobos boxes and see if there's not something that suits your needs there, because there's actually a couple. So yeah, good question.
Great.
Excellent.
Okay, we got a couple minutes.
We have a couple whole minutes. That's absolute madness.
Yeah.
Welcome to Hotter Grot. Of course, we've almost done an extended Hotter Grot today, but really the question we need to answer is the new Daemon Prince comes in the Slaves to Dark Boxness. Slaves to Dark Boxness. That's good. Slaves to Darkness box, and we certainly have opinions about this guy. Zach, Hotter Grot.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give this is the fifth show Adrian and I have done of this, and I'm gonna give my first Grot out today.
What?
This Daemon Prince has been driving me nuts, and I don't like it. I'll go quick here. I'll go really quick.
Sure, I'll put up the poll while you're doing
Yeah, the different heads are okay. I like the Tzeentch head the best. I don't like any of the other heads. I'm looking to build an undivided one, and that is just the derpiest. And there's two options.
Yeah, there's bucket head as well.
There's
showing
derpy
here.
face with horns and derpy face with a bucket.
Yeah.
It might be the way they're painting it with like the white face section. I'm not sure, but I just don't like this Daemon Prince. He's also very busy on his armor and stuff in a way that I think is not super interesting. Like compare him to the Bloodpelt Hunter. The Bloodpelt Hunter is like carrying a whole campsite around him on his body, and it's kind of cool. I'm into it. This guy looks like he's got like this ornate armor, which is cool. He should have, and then that should be it. But instead, he's got like all this stuff all over the place. I don't know.
It's a very busy model for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't work. I don't like this model.
And
I almost like every GW model.
I know, famously.
Yeah.
I like this model a lot. I think that the way they presented it was Grot, but the model itself, super hot.
Yeah?
I think it's great. I might not love all the heads, but I think there's ones that I like, and I think the model is absolutely gorgeous. We have it here in this box. We'll get it on the table soon. So I think it's hot. I think it's got a bad rap for good reason. But like here for the heads, I love the Slanesh head. I like the Tzeentch head. Kind of neutral on the other ones. But I'm okay. I think this one could be done better with the better paint job. He's a little derpy here. He's a little wall-eyed, which is not what I look for in my Demon Princes.
Something about especially the undivided head bothers me. Yeah,
exactly. So
I think I need to see him paint it. And look, I'm gonna get one.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I'm getting one for Slaves of
Darkness.
Darkness.
I'm glad that you have a Grot opinion.
I'm still gonna get it. But yeah, he needs something with the head needs to happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, with that,
Most people think he's hot.
The poll is ending in 3. I can't. I count it down. It doesn't matter. They can't see it. 70% people think that he is hot.
Yeah.
Hot. Cool. Well, we'll get him on the tabletop sooner than later. Maybe we can convince Zach of that. Do we have any more super chats?
Yes, we do have a couple that have come in here. Thank you so much, everybody, for the support. Thank you, Steven. Planning on a mechanized Sisters of Battle army. How viable will a multiple castigator exorcist army be? Which orders rules would you recommend?
Oh.
What order?
That's a tough question. I mean, depends on your definition of viable. You know, is it going to be top tier? No. Playable? Yeah, I think so. You know, you have to make sure you have the support for them. So you have like the screens that kind of keep you back from tagging into your tanks and stuff like that. There are even some competitive builds that do have a castigator in them. And it kind of serves as a pseudo distraction card effects, frankly. So I think that's cool. And the Exorcist is like just south of being competitive.
Like you don't look like a total noob taking one.
No, I don't think so. And I know, you know, some of the best Sisters players were experimenting with them a couple months ago, and they kind of decided it's not quite good enough, but you know, it's not terrible. So, what order? Maybe Argent Shroud to be able to just get extra mobility with them to be able to shoot.
That's our resident Sister players, Melody and Willow, are tossing out Argent Shroud. Yeah.
Yay! Argent Shroud. There we are. Thank you for the question. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Captain Mannerings. Love this show. With Bumblebee Squigs, you may have just sold me on the box. What is your pegging strategy for Lords of Rattan Pioneers bikes? Reinforcer OOB. What is OOB?
Out of box?
Out of box? That's what I was thinking too.
Reinforcer out of box. So, Bridger, and I guess more so John lately are kind of the experts in it, and Votan. I just play the model. I just paint the models and I kill them.
Get shot by them.
Yeah, get killed by them. But we've been doing, rotary cannon, as much as you can, and then as far as the bits go, I think you can get the searchlight on them, which is ignore cover. So we do that if you can.
That's a good searchlight.
It's a really good searchlight.
People's searchlights usually aren't that good,
right? But we haven't run any big squads yet. We will soon once we can get some more. But that's kind of the lore that we've been looking at and running because it's just good. It keeps them relatively cheap because they are going to die pretty fast. So that's that.
Thank you. Captain Mannerings. And thank you, Heis Rosenheim. Hi, Titans. Greetings from Germany. Long time no here.
What's up,
seeing your name pop up was very cool. Haven't heard from you in a bit. I was busy from work and now trying to catch up with all the great new stuff and changes which appeared on the channel. Definitely hot. Thank you, Heis.
Definitely hot, not Grot.
Yeah, glad you're finding it hot and not Grot.
Glad to have you back, honestly. Welcome.
Yeah, good to take a break from work. Of course. And thank you. We just got another one in here.
Oh, cool.
Let me grab this real quick. Oh my God, where'd it go? Well, it's this is there. Nope, that's Heis. Okay. Here it comes in Discord. Sorry, we have to like wait a second for things to pop up in the Discord.
Thank you, Ogre Barbarian.
You can see it.
Heyo, Titans.
I kind of can't see it.
Glad to hear you highly rate the Squigalanch box.
Oh.
I was already planning to pick it up. Now I can yell, taste the rainbow at my opponent.
Okay.
It's an awesome box. And I love this army. This is literally like probably one of, if not the top army for me at all time.
They're due for an update.
Yes.
So I think these boxes are going to be gone. This one's going to disappear.
Totally.
Thank you, Josh Campbell. Quick thoughts on Slaves of Darkness box.
Oh, yeah. So you've been digging into that book.
This one?
This little box right here?
Yeah.
This little box?
Yeah.
You liking it?
Yeah, it's a good box. There's weirdly not a lot in it. I have been digging into the book, but it is good. It does have the Daemon Prince. What I like about it is that it has 10 chosen. Chosen look super juicy. Not necessary. You don't have to take them, but they are good.
Right.
You'll want to take them.
Yeah.
Flip them in and out. The Ogroids are cool too. Everything in it's cool. Everything in it's good. The book in general is just really good, meaning it's not going to be overpowered. It's not gonna ruin the meta, but it's just gonna be good. It's just as fun. There's so many things I just would be like, that looks fun. Yeah. I want to paint that. I want to see that on the table.
It's well designed.
And I want to just maybe one of the best designed books. And I think the Sigmar team's been doing a good job with those overall, most of them. A couple are a little funky. Tzeentch is a little funky to me. Yeah. Skaven can be. I think you can make it work, but this book looks just like so good.
It's very dense now. It has all the Warcry stuff in it, and it feels like there's so many ways to build the army, which is really cool.
It's a lot of different armies in that book.
So much flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks very exciting. Okay, I think we did it, Adrian.
Wunderbar. This was fun. I'm glad we got to go through everything. I know it's a lot of focus on new models coming out today, but it felt like the time to discuss it. We're all kind of thinking about what are we going to be getting? Are we looking at the holiday shopping?
Yeah.
We got Black Friday coming up, so all that stuff. So kind of the time, we got armies on the brain.
If you are real quick, we know from some of the people we work with here.
Yeah.
If you are a Sigmar person, check out Black Friday sales at your local friendly gaming store on Dominion boxes, because
oh my gosh,
people are going to want to be getting rid of those.
Oh, right now, walk across the street, they got them 30% off.
That's right now.
I know.
It's going to be even crazier.
Just you wait. Yeah. Of course, lots of things coming up soon on the channels. If you are into Magic and all that stuff, we're going to be playing it tonight on Magic Titans. It's going to be a ton of fun. Bridger, Shane, and I. And tomorrow, we're taking our narrative campaign to the full 2K 100 power level. It's going to be a ton of fun. Join us for that. Friday, playing some Speed Freaks. So excited to be playing.
Yep. Adrian's going to be on. First Friday spin.
Debut on the Spin Show.
Yep.
I'm excited. And, of course, Saturday, Nice Boys Mean List makes its return. His weekly return? Every week it return? Anyways, which is going to be cool. It's going to be Black Legion versus Imperial Guard. Zach, it's been lovely chatting with you.
Thank you.
And thank you guys. It has been a very good talk. Bye-bye.